Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure. And this is my perspective. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who is on your screen, this woman's name is Shereé Whitfield, and some of the ladies may recognize her from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She has been off and on that reality show for many years. Shereé is 55 years old, and she looks awesome. Okay, that is not a BBL body. That is Shereé's body. Ever since, and the reason I say that, and the reason I can say that is because when I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta back in the 2010s, that was Shereé's thing. Shereé was always in the gym. She was always working out, always in the gym. So she's always had a gym body. Okay. So that is Shereé's body. If she has had any work at all, it has been very minimal, very, if any. So the body that you see is not a surgical manufactured body. That is her work for years now. And it's paying off because I want to be like Shereé when I grow up in terms of the way her body look. Okay. I want to be 55 and fine. You understand what I'm saying? Now, aside from the fact that Shereé looks super good for her age, she's giving women in their 30s a run for their money with the body. However, the problem isn't the way that she looks. The problem is that we can see it. That's the problem. The problem is that we're looking at it right now. I don't know what kind of men that these women think they can get. This is thirst trapping. You're at a mature age, no matter how you look. And you can be proud of looking good if you look good. If you look good and you look good, if you look good and you know it, clap your hands. Okay? But I don't even like it when the young ones do it. What does it say when the older women do it? She's auntie. She's a Gen Xer. She's auntie. She's at the higher end of the Gen X too. You are auntie. You auntie status. And I don't know if she got grandkids, but you definitely auntie. What kind of men of note is gonna want you? Now, she was married to a football player. I don't remember his name. That's who she was married to at one point, and that's who she had her child by. I think Shereé's only got like 1 or 2 kids. And so they are by her ex-husband. But they've been divorced for a long time. And I have not heard of Shereé getting married again. Shereé's got a couple of dollars. Like I said, she's been on a reality show, and she may have other business endeavors or what have you. She's a good-looking lady. She got if you've watched the show, she's got an attitude, But what kind of man do you think you're going to get? And at what point do you stop thirst trapping as a woman? Like, as a woman, when does class come into it? When does class come into it? Because not only are you here on social media, you're in a sheer bodysuit. You're not even standing here in a pretty gown or a nice, a dress that's kind of form-fitting, but, it's still classy. You could tell that your body nice. But you're sitting here, you basically taking a picture in lingerie. If Shereé had a husband, he would be so happy that his wife is 55 and still look like that. You understand? But what he wouldn't be happy about is that everybody else would be able to see that. All you would have to do is Google it or search it. You already got a public image that isn't very good necessarily with the whole reality TV show thing. So you're already pretty much a public figure. So anybody can pull up footage from any of those shows and make some type of determination about who you are, whether it's good or bad. But then for this to also be part of your digital footprint at this big age, it's not a good thing. That's actually not a good thing. And no man of wealth, status, and upstanding masculinity can take you seriously. That's the problem. Because in her private life, see, when ladies do this type of stuff, they be thinking that this is separate from their private life and that one thing don't necessarily have nothing to do with the other. When it's all tied together. It's all together. Because any man that would take her seriously, and you know that she don't want no man that ain't got no money, because Shereé is accustomed to money. So she don't want no man that ain't got no money. She don't want no man that ain't got some type of status. He may not have to be popular or famous, but status in whatever business he run or what have you. And so, but what these ladies do not understand, or what they seem not to be able to get or accept, is that typically the types of men that they are looking for who would fit the bill, especially, and it would be men around their age, right? Because most men get their fortunes in their 50s and things of that nature. So she's in the right age bracket. She looked good enough. You know what I'm saying? A man in his 60s would not look at her and like, oh, she's so run down, you know, saying she look old, because she don't. But at the same time, if he's of a certain type of man, he does not, this is not a good thing. If he run up on this while he's dating you, you're getting cut off. You're getting cut off, or you're going to be put in another category where he might have been taking you seriously and courting you for a serious marriage relationship. He see this, you play time. You play time, because he doesn't want to go and face his peers, and his peers can look at his wife and see this. That's the problem. Men that these women say that they want, that have a certain status, have a certain stature, have a certain amount of wealth, have a certain amount of influence and things of that nature, you know, he an alpha and blah, 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 blah. These men take pride in the things that represent them as well as the things that they do themselves. And his wife is a heavy consideration for him, especially in terms of image. And this is why I urge young ladies not to make these social media mistakes, which is easy to make in this day and age because social media is so prevalent and everybody's on it. And it's you know, it's all the rage to get on here and vlog your life and put everything on here. But if you're a young lady, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, social media is sort of integrated into your life. But at the same time, you have to be careful about what your digital footprint says about you. Because at this point, we're all going to make a digital footprint, but we have to make sure that it doesn't speak too ill of who we are. Okay. For her, this was in her mind, this was a celebration of, look at me, I look good for my age, and she does. But at the same time, it really wasn't for the world. This wasn't for the world. Because not only is she in a sheer piece of lingerie, you would turn around for the butt shot, for the ever-present butt shot that Black women particularly like to do. And I'm just trying to figure out, when does the thirst trapping stop? Because if you had a man in your life that was worth anything, you would not be on the internet doing that at all. You just wouldn't. You just wouldn't. You just wouldn't. It wouldn't occur to you to do it, because you would be getting all of the validation and the attention and the sexual validation and the relationship validation from the man that you wanted in your private life. You wouldn't care about if somebody else or the general public felt any type of way about you and how you look. It would be enough if she were married to a man that she wanted and respected and loved. She would never do this, because his attention and his admiration for her body, and you know what I'm saying, encouragement, consistent encouragement of, man, baby, you look good, you know what I'm saying, let's keep it up, let's, you know what I'm saying, and all of this type of stuff. Like, my wife look good, you know what I'm saying, proud to go places with his wife, you know what I'm saying. They dress up, they go somewhere, and people are like, wow, you know, that's your wife. Yep, that's my wife, and he knows she look good. That's fine within the confines of your relationship. But when you come to the internet to thirst trap, it's not given what you think it's given. As the young people say, it's not given. And you can look at the comments of a couple of people said, at what age do women decide to stop being naked for attention? And now most people are recognizing that she looks good, but then they're also saying, I want women to stop dressing like this. Being 55 and just like this is crazy. Okay? Class has really changed. She looks great. However, I'm glad that at my age of 44, I don't need the validation of strangers so much that I'm naked. And you know, said my mama 48 got the body to wear this and won't. To each his own. She looks good. But I just know I bet not catch my mama wearing this at her big age. Right? And that was a lot of people's sentiment. You're too old, and so many things are lost in this society now. Older women used to take pride in being classy and having, you know what I'm saying, embracing their age and embracing what used to be the class and the, you know, the refinement that came with your age. Should be refined at this point. Should not be worried about what the general public may have to say about her body. They shouldn't even know. It's not even a business. Shereé, like I said, Shereé been in the gym. Shereé been in the gym to the point where it was my opinion that some of the other her castmates was kind of jealous of her, because you know a lot of those got a lot of work done to get what she was getting in the gym. But at what point are you able to validate yourself? At what point are you so secure in your own body and your own self as a woman that you are no longer looking for the internet to validate that you look good? You already know you look good. And ain't nobody's business how big your booty is. They'll see it if they see it in your jeans. You see what I'm saying? As you walk around, I don't gotta strip down to look beautiful and to even look sexy. At this big age, you ought to know that naked is not necessarily sexy. It's smutty more so. We used to leave that to young women to not know the difference between sexy and slutty. The older women used to have the class to be super sexy and sultry and be completely covered up. at the same time, because sexy is more about your feminine energy and your sexual feminine energy than it is about how much skin you're showing. And women used to know that. And it's sad that it seems like we don't know that anymore. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, is the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.